matchup is either vampire counts or vampire coast versus Kislev or Empire. I have not decided yet on which one I will allow Nerexa to choose.
So you're playing counts for sure.
Good, I might play counts, but I can hear the mighty calling, and I'm hard to resist. I'm pressed to accept Call of the Mighty.
Now that I'm recording, Serica, can you lay down any smack talk before the game, just to get like the grudge match thing going?
Oh yeah, we hate each other. We cannot stand each other at all.
Yeah, I mean,
against a dwarf player, I would definitely say yes, but I banned them, so
everything is smooth sailing from here on out, just because you don't have to play dwarves.
I'll leave.
Serica, I think that half the reason that I play dwarves so much is just because of that like one run where I was playing you a lot. I was like, wow, dwarves is good against every faction. In reality, it's just like good against you specifically. So I just morphed into the thing that you hate.
Oh wait, can I rescind my ban?
Yes, it's legal. I'm the host. It's legal.
Legal? Oh yeah. Okay.
It is a 5-second rule.
5-second rule. All right.
I'm gonna say that next time I do that to somebody. Be like, 5-second rule.
I've already played Vampire Counts because I want to change things up. The choice is yours.
It's too.
Pick your poison.
It's too easy, Nerexa. That's what he's saying. It's too easy. He wants more challenge than coast into Kislev. Honestly, I am sad that you guys aren't playing that matchup and that I'm not the one playing Kislev, because I that's a reason to bring Ice Guard, and any reason to bring Ice Guard is a reason to play a matchup.
This is true.
Versus Vamp Coast, you mean? Versus Counts.
Yeah, versus Counts.
I kind of brought Ice Guard last match, and maybe you can get away with one, but you need to chef spam so much because your units are constantly abstracted and you can't go elite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's pick Counts versus Empire.
Counts versus Empire. All right.
I need to avenge that one.
Counts versus, for the viewers, Counts versus Empire, a steamy match coming here straight in the madhouse, the Changers madhouse. How am I doing, guys?
Keep going. Look, it's the confidence that matters. If you stutter, if you falter, the viewers will know and they will make fun of you and you'll never lay down.
Yeah. You asking how am I doing kind of ruined it.
The viewers can sense weakness. Yeah, doing job interviews, and that's the same vibe. It's just like you just gotta pretend that you know what you're saying and assume or hope that the interviewer doesn't realize that you're talking shit. And that's just life, man. That's just life.
I like the cock style of video casting. Just streaming it while on mute.
Yeah. Oh man.
What are we rocking here? Last time we played this, the Steam tank got almost 1,000 kills. It was ridiculous.
The Dread Saurian in the last matchup got 1,000 kills.
Oh yeah, it
did. The Steam tank also was the whole time in a spawn running in circuits because he pushed me to my white line.
Why does nobody use the ships anymore? Because I used it the other day and it got like 3k plus value, like 3.5k or something like that. They're still fun. They might not be as good as the tanks, but they're still nice to have.
The last time I played this, the ships were banned. And you only bring one tank, and he chose to bring the Master Engineer.
Problem is the infantry is completely irrelevant.
Why wouldn't you bring 5 trains? Not trains, sorry. I play too much Chaos Dwarfs. 5 Steam tanks. You have to be like a campaign player. Turn off unit caps, and then we'll have a real battle.
Turn off unit caps. I will bring 13 mortis engines, and you can bring your ships, and we will crash into each other and see what happens.
I'm not sure who wins that.
Definitely me. Can see no problem.
My dog wants to say hi to everybody, so she's.
Hello, doggy.
She probably needs something. It's gonna bother me the entire game. That's called responsibility.
It's called being an adorable doggy. Oh, you're just the cutest doggy, aren't you?
She heard you.
Oh.
You heard it here first, folks. That's like I'm casting the news now, not even casting a game.
You heard it here. Scramble does not hate animals. He cannot be canceled.
Yeah.
Why do I need a lord? I don't want a lord.
You know how to deal with that. You don't even have to ask me.
True.
I'm not gonna give it
Honestly,
away. Don't
the
worry.
map.
Don't.
Maybe. Turin didn't cast it. The match where I did it on tournament. Shame.
Still time. Scrambled Egg has no idea what you're talking about. This is like a pretty classic matchup that you guys are playing. This is like Warhammer 1. I never played Warhammer 1 or either of these factions in Warhammer 2, nor in Warhammer 3, so I know other people play this.
This is the old days. The way olden days. I remember way back in the times when Vladimir von Karstein would simply just not die. But then you surround him with 7 Centaurs, and because they have perfect vigor, he would die. It's beautiful.
That's glorious. This is Warhammer 1 times, or?
This is Warhammer 1 time. And partially me too.
Do you guys both play Warhammer 1?
I played it.
I only played campaign on 1 and 2.
Nice. I started end of Warhammer 2. I'm a newbie. That's why I'm so bad. It's because
you're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to build an aura of confidence. Come on.
You were about to say that. So you heard it here first, folks. Scrambled Egg, very mean. I hope the world.
You're absolutely monstrous. I can't believe you would say these things.
I doubt anybody is gonna actually watch this, so we're in the clear. You guys can say literally anything you want. It'll still be fine.
All right. So anyway, I think that the High Elves as a faction should get land ships. They've been doing that for a long time.
That'd be awesome.
But they're getting sky ships, and then get nerfed into the ground, as the cycle goes.
It'll be different this time. I change. I promise I'll change. I didn't fucking change.
I'm ready for World War One. World War One Warhammer. How about you guys?
Every indication suggests that it's coming soon, right? They've got like the ballistic plating. They've got units you can't interact with, or barely interact with. It's perfect.
The only thing missing is the mortars that you can actually place outside of the map.
Yeah.
And still shoot.
All we gotta work on now is like the line of sight issue, where like everything is going to be a gun, and it will be obstructed.
We had mortars outside of the map in Fall of the Samurai. I don't know if you ever played Fall of the Samurai, but that was like.
Sounds so cool.
We also had it here for a short duration when this one Chaos Dwarf sub-faction got the campaign army abilities.
Yeah, true.
I think I'm ready. I'm not
Alright.
happy, but I'm ready. Maybe.
Now let's rock and roll. Good luck, have fun. Let's do it.
Full send, full send. Says he's ready, doesn't push the ready button.
Yeah, I'm ready, but not convinced. Yeah, I'm gonna mute.
Good luck, good luck. Empire versus the Vampire Counts. Who is gonna win? Is it Scrambled Egg in the right corner? Or is it the Wood Elf himself, Serka? Only time will tell. We have fire. We have two little guys. We got chaff. Two smacky guys. And two of these. This is like the style that I think is like the most representative of Vampire Counts as being a complete player who never plays Vampire Counts and just watching other people play them. I've played and lost very similar builds. So Scrambled Egg has no Vanguard units, where Nerexa has a lot of Vanguard units. So presumably, ooh, this is what's gonna happen. Serka's gonna put all of his shooty units here, and Scrambled Egg is going to put all of his Hex Wraiths there, and these are gonna get ridden down. I actually don't know how well these survive against cheap shooting. 32-30, 28-25. Maybe they would win that. Probably not worth doing. So let's see if my prediction is correct. Let's see if that happens. We have a warrior priest. Who are you? A warrior priest, and it doesn't have anything. This looks like just bait for flaming attack. We've got a banner for flaming attack. That kind of makes sense. What I want to see is how do you avoid just blobbing on coast or counts. All right, triple speed deployment. Shoot. Spearmen. Will spearmen trade up to skeletons? Let's see. So skeletons have a bit more HP, so they might trade up. And then Necromancer, we have 2 raised deads, Invocation. So this is still a very like blobby battle. Also, I think maybe you just sit in the middle. We are ready. We are on the way. The fight begins here on this beautiful new map made by Bob the Builder. It's got really cool Zeech stuff.
We have a victory point.
Lots and lots of it. Got a little like maze over here. We can like trace the paths. Oh, nope, that's dead end. Gotta go this way maybe? Nope. Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh. Yeah. Very nice. Let's go through the portal real quick. We have lost Nerexa from the chat, maybe to help with the lag. Ooh, a laggy Vampire Counts game. That's always the most fun. So, off to an early start. We got 2 of the 3 points. And yeah. Fruit Company, like, that's kind of interesting. Fast forward. Uh-oh. Can I leave? I don't know. I'm gonna try not to leave. 2 players who sometimes have trouble connecting with me. Maybe this was not a good idea. I actually don't know if I can leave, but maybe I'll try to save us. Ooh, that was a scab scrape? That did so much damage. Was that 2 scab scrape? That was 2. That's a decent amount of damage. Warrior Priest will lose by a lot. 14 bonus first infantry. Not a fight you want to take. Oh, I was like wondering what they're waiting for. Bats. I like that we have this like formation or like forming around, making use of the terrain. I like this map. I think it's interesting. It's like big terrain pieces make kind of a lane. I appreciate the yeah, I mean, it's saturated on the spears. They're actually doing pretty well. Okay, how do you prevent the Vargeists from right where spike a flag? Goodbye, skeleton warriors. It's not even really worth it, honestly. Don't know if that was overcast or not. Yeah, just like wait till they're engaged and then get multiple at the same time. Huntsman doing a lot of damage, but here come their answers. Vargeists slowly moving in. Yeah, look at that focus fire, that's nice. Shut down both at the same time. Backfield pressure. I'm not sure who wins this. Flaming damage. I don't know if are they weak to fire? I think from Kindle Flame they are. That did a lot of damage. So this ended up being really nice for there's just so much going on at once. Frontline kind of collapsed. The Huntsman died fairly quickly. The Free Company in guard mode here, shooting into the Vargeists, that's really nice. These Knights of the Black Rose are not long for this world, and the Pistoliers seem like not the right choice. Feels like we need a little bit more agency in the battlefield than that. Ooh, Necromancer is in a lot of danger. Yeah, he's stuck. So we'll see if he can get out in time. The Warrior Priest, now that his friends aren't there, is now in a lot of trouble. Another flame attack, this time against the Vargeist, who are weak to fire. No, again, they're not weak to fire, but just that gives a plus 20 buff, but no other things, because it's only, oh yeah, and weapon damage. So 30% plus 20% for a short period of time. That's actually a substantial buff, like 50% damage. And the Necromancer is dead. Look at that. So that could be game losing. Like other undead factions, they suffer pretty heavily from losing leadership. There's like a pretty thin line, and minus 16 can crumble. And in general, crumbling is not impactful, except when it happens all over the battlefield at once, and then it's more impactful. But yeah, the points We have counts have all three. They will soon not have .1. But most of the Empire infantry are gone. Now we have some swordsmen to kind of turn the tide. But I think this game might be over with counts. With counts, like, it's hard. You just like start losing, and then once you start losing, it kind of goes quickly. It's not very like you don't really get many chances at sustained fighting. And there's a lot of picks. Yeah, so that like one instance of losing the Lord might have cost the whole battlefield, where all of these chaff might still be at full health, but as is, a lot of them are slowly or quickly dying. And we don't actually have that many troops left from the Empire too. So that this might end up being the difference. One unit of Vargeists and one unit of Crypt Horrors. One corpse cart here, which is it healing? Not quite yet. There we go. Now it's healing. But it was a pretty big shock of damage. So counts will be pretty hard pressed to recover from that. Although they are creeping back in value. Not sure where they creeped back in value, but they are. This point is still not captured, and okay, Serka has now noticed it, and we're capturing all 3 points at once. And we get the Lord back, which kind of makes sense. It's a relatively cheap lore. I think it's all is 1100. Zombie summon. There's still a chance. I think it'll be pretty difficult for counts now that there's so little on the battlefield, but it's still possible. Last game we saw the Vargeist doing tons of damage, and this game they're still doing well, but a little not as insane as they were last time. White Kings, I'm surprised this is still alive, but it's still applying fire damage to like this unit, these units, which is giving them a huge amount of damage against the Crypt Horrors. Plus the Kindle Flame, so now we have plus 40% weakness to fire. And Scrambled Egg is still scrapping in there. I have to give it to him now that a lot of it is kind of divulged into this sort of like pit fight here. But yeah, so the tech of the... I didn't even know that the Warrior Priest had that item that makes the fire attacks. That seems to have made a big difference. Very nice. And yeah, now I think it's just left to Empire to clean this up. I suspect that these little like pockets of resistance will kind of disappear. But I'm not going to count Scrambled Egg out yet. The points are still in his favor. We still have some picks here. The leadership is stabilized now because the Necromancer is back. We have 4 more raised deads, probably some more invocations. Now these last little bits of forces are kind of dying from the Empire. Maybe we need to be a little more consolidated. We have a lot of troops that are kind of floating around, but the points are still in the favor of Nerexa. Sorry, the the victory locations are still in favor there. The huntsman is just taking a whooping, or the necromancer is taking a whooping. I would probably land it in this spearman, shatter the spearman, and then surround Cryptors. Dire Peck munching on Pistoliers. There actually seem to be a pretty good counter to it. Cryptor is still hanging in there. Value is probably a lot closer than it appears. And we're also breaking through. Scrambled Egg is breaking through. This is quite the comeback. Even to be at this stage is pretty incredible. I wonder if your Empire here, this is a good scenario to put some pressure on 3 and say, like, what do you really have to answer for it? Don't fight on point 2 where we have really heavy resistance. Now that the Warrior Priest's in here, though, all these units are going to be doing significantly more damage to the Cryptors. Look at that. Just the fire and the swordsman plus a little bit of pistolier shooting, doing a lot of damage against the Cryptors. This is definitely something that needed to be focused a long time ago, and he's just hanging in there by 370 health. You know, almost 10% health, and still just doing work. And the swordsman units against Cryptors are actually doing so much damage just because they have the fire attack. Especially the combination of the Flaming Sword of Ruin with the on the Knights of the Black Rose is pretty nice. Even into units that don't have weakness to fire, that still was like a 50% buff. With good time, Flaming Sword of Ruin is pretty strong. And so yeah, so now Nerexa is doing what I was suggesting of. And yeah, and suddenly Empire is resurgent. So I'm wondering if maybe the Empire had run out of units to summon for a while, and that's why the battle started looking like it was turning back. And now that some of them have been unsummoned, they've actually started to make more progress again. And yeah, and also like look how Nerexus kind of sensed that this is the time to start pushing on 3. I think that makes sense. I think just this point alone, even if we didn't capture 2 as Empire, I think this point alone is enough to win the game. So yeah, so really great showing. I mean, maybe it's slightly too early to say, but great showing from both players, especially Scrambled Egg for like such an intense engage, and Nerexa for a really interesting build. So yeah, Scrambled Egg senses it and taps out. I'll just look real quick at the values. And yeah, Bright Wizard didn't do that much damage, but with the Flaming Swords of Ruins got rid of the units that they needed to get rid of. Swordsman probably just killed zombies for the most part. And then Knights of the Black Rose seem to be where, and the Pistoliers actually did a lot of damage. And then one free company militia with 1,200 is pretty insane. And then this thing chasing down these. So it seems like most of the damage was really done by the Lord dying. So kind of the flip side of getting a cheap Lord, that the cheap Lord, if the correct tool was brought by the opponent, can really tip the scales. So, still recording. Good job, everybody. That was actually really interesting to watch.
Well played in Nerexa. You did look really good.
Yeah, great game by both of you. That was really fun. because there was like a time, or there was like one or two times where it felt like you were winning Scrambled Egg, and then I think when your Lord died, the battle shifted. But then even after your Lord had died, when you resummoned the Lord, it felt like you were inching back again. And then at the very end, Circa just like summons a wave of infantry and gets more bodies on the points.
I summoned them quite early, but on those maps they just take so long to get there. Well, the bar guys are there in a third of the time.
Yeah, that was really interesting to watch. I loved the tech of the warrior priest. When I saw it, I couldn't figure out what it was for, and then I saw the flame, and I was like watching it closely, the flame attack aura, and it did a lot of damage. Like a swordsman unit was basically trading up into a cryptor, which was pretty incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Impressed.
I didn't even know that unit existed. So I both didn't know the unit existed, and I didn't know that it had an item.
I tried to bring it into Nurgle before, but it didn't really work out. And even here, he kind of got so badly kicked by the White Kings.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the White Kings also kicked the general, and they are so stupidly tanky.
They also have anti-infantry. I don't know if you knew that.
They are anti-infantry, yes, but my general definitely wasn't infantry on the Pegasus.
Yeah,
and
true.
Anything below France just can't kill them. Even Boris struggles.
Funny enough, I think there's a little bit of build rouletting going on, because your Lord choice was like perfect to counter the Necromancer on, his horse or whatever, but not that many Counts players actually bring Necromancers, so you would have been in a lot of trouble if you brought like something to chase it.
Yeah, I kinda know that Scrambled brings mostly the Necromancer, since it's that's the only time I pick this guy.
That makes sense. So this is
Can't help it, man. I love the Hellstein.
This is the result of just history. That's always fun too, like how matchups evolve when there's history.
Yeah, we played earlier today, and he also brought the Necromancer and the Kislev, and he died like 1 minute into the fight, but it just didn't matter. He summoned him back 2 minutes later and spammed me with monstrous infantry and Vargeist.
Yeah.
And
funny enough, Scrambled Egg brought Kemmler last game, so
yeah.
he's not stuck on Necromancer, but he does.
There's a universe where I will bring Big Boy, but just not today.
Was it the exact same build that you brought when we last time played? It kind of feels like it. Was the hex races and...
I'm not sure if I still have that replay, but it is slightly different. It is a little bit different in that I think I brought fewer dogs and one less Bargeist. That's basically it.
Now I know why you cast the Flaming Sword of Ruin on the Knights of the Black Rose. That was such a good pick, because it has the magic damage. I was wondering why they did. So not only does it have magic damage, but it also gives 30% damage to their melee, their weapon strength, and on top of that, also gives 20% Kindle Flame. So it's like 50% buff plus. I'm not doing my math right, but another 50% for negating the Hex Wraith's physical resist. So that was pretty insane.
I absolutely think you 100% need the spell in this matchup. Last time I didn't have it, and the Hex Wraiths just deleted my knights and my demis, and then I was looking down and died.
Next time Scrambled Egg shows up with Blood Knights and you'd be in a lot of trouble.
That's the thing. I played this matchup a few times against Outer Region, and he stomped me with Blood Knights one match, and the other I needed tank and wagons to whatever it bring, France and wagons to get them under control.
Yeah, this is a really classic matchup because I used to watch who was the big vampire that counts player, not Subutai, but there's another one, maybe Kark,
Lord Gaul, maybe Kark.
or some of the Russians perhaps. And I remember just watching like Tim the Wilder using like a series of the grenade launchers and like trying to just skirm with grenade launchers and war wagons. So yeah, it's probably a lot of different ways you can play this matchup.
Yeah, the problem is that the grenade launchers are great, yes, at clearing infantry, but the infantry just isn't the problem in the end. You need to clear the Cryptars and Vargas. That's what kills you.
Yeah.
The zombies and skeletons are kind of just there, but they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
The last patch, I think Vargas got a plus 50 gold increase, and I was surprised, but it was completely warranted. Those guys are crazy. They're so good.
They're used a lot in land battles too.
Yeah.
And they're really oppressive in land battles.
I guess in land battle you can do really obnoxious things with cycle charging in and then pulling them back to heal and cycle charging in again.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So usually they'll go all the way to the heal cap. Okay, I'm stopping the recording, but that was a really great match. Thanks for letting me watch that and record it. I did much less silliness this time, so this one at least will be watchable. Now I just have to decide my morals for whether or not I want to cast the other one.
Hey, thanks for hosting the tournament, and thanks, Erica. That was a fun match. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's super stressful, but somewhere after the stress, the fun begins.
Yeah. Well, it's fun for me because I didn't have to play, but it's its own reward. All right, later, guys.